place at the 35-yard line. First down.
Let me go.
And out to Miles Davis. First down, Wolverines.
Number 10 disqualified for one play.
Caleb Fuller on the catch. Miles Davis on the carry. Tackled by Allen. Miles Davis on the carry. Flag down.
Illegal contact below the waist on the defense. 15-yard penalty. Result of the foul is a first down.
Miles Davis on the carry. Brings up second down. Miles Davis on the carry. And that's for a Wolverine first down. Miles Davis on the carry. Tackle by Daxton Byers. Flag down.
False start. Offense. 5-yard penalty. Second down.
White, the pass. Top right to Marcus Andrews. Touchdown, Wolverine.
Free kick out of bounds for the kicking team. Ball be placed at the 35-yard line. First down.
Touchdown, Wolverine. Handoff to Lamar Davis. First down, Antlers. Davis on the carry. Pass is intended for Will Hinton. Brings up third down. Davis on the carry. Forced out of bounds by Angelo Clark. Haskins complete to DeMarcus Andrews. First down, Wolverines. Pass is drilled incomplete. Tom Davis on the carry. Pass is incomplete. Brings up fourth down. Marcus Andrews back in punt formation.
Oh, I threw it away. It was empty.
Ball will be placed at the 17-yard line. First down, Deer Creek. Dylan Deere on the carry. Axel Wells with the reception. on the play. Pass is complete to Will Henry. Tackle by Caden Henley. First down, Deer Creek. Dylan Diaz is on the carry. Elijah Ray is on the tackle. So Welch on the reception. Tackle by DeMarcus Andrews. Deer Creek first down. Touchdown, Deer Creek. Logan Ward will attempt the extra point. Extra point try is good. 1:32 left in the first quarter. Time. Lawton High Wolverines 7. Deer Creek Antlers 7. Thanks to Jay Burton, Heating and Air, 1 hour Heating and Air for sponsoring our 25-second clock. You need heating or air, anything around in the Southwest Oklahoma, give them a call. Jay Burton, Heating and Air. The athletic department would like to thank the Memorial Hospital Ambulance Company for providing ambulance service to all high school varsity football.
We want to welcome you to our broadcast. We've had some technical difficulties over the past few minutes that our crew has been able to figure out and solve. And here we are down in Lawton, Oklahoma for Friday night football. Lawton Wolverines are hosting your Deer Creek Antlers, and we're having quite a battle so far. Both teams have had the ball twice with 1 minute 32 seconds to go in the first quarter, and the score is tied 7-7. Lawton took the initial drive and marched right down the field, basically just running to their left, and number 3, Miles Davis, picked up quite a few yards, but it was a touchdown pass from the big junior quarterback Eric Wiley to number 1, DeMarcus Andrews, to initiate the scoring on the first drive. Deer Creek just took the football 85 yards and scored on a 6-yard TD run by number 10, Dylan Diaz. Ward kicks this one off, and momentum takes him into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. So the second possession for the Wolverines, they moved the football, but couldn't quite get first down and had to punt the ball, and they punted Deer Creek deep. And that's where they started on the 15-yard line and, of course, eventually scored on their own drive from the 15-yard line with Diaz's touchdown. So that brings you up to date on the scoring. 7-7. Minute 32 left in the first quarter. Wiley will be under center. There's two receivers to his left, one to his right. They hand the ball off to Adams, who has had a great night so far. And he crashes up about second down 6, Wiley under center. This time they bring Adams back to the left where he's had a lot of success running, and he'll get up to about the 30, 31-yard line, close to a first down. Looks like he made it around their own 31-yard line, so it'll be 1st and 10. Lawton from their 32. Trips to the right. Another inside zone play to Davis. Davis grinds it out. Gets about 2 or 3 yards. Second down 7. Trips to the right. Wiley takes the ball from, there's a draw play. Oh, nice play by number 29. Senior captain Dylan Beers made a beautiful play that time. He wasn't fooled a bit. Wrapped up Davis for a loss of about 4 or 5 yards. Check that, 3 yards. 3rd down and 10. Big play for the defense here. 2 receivers to the right. Wiley backs up to pass. He's got room to run to his right. And Parker Johnson's there. And Parker's going to bring him down for a sack. Huge sack for the Deer Creek defense. Only their 2nd sack of the year. Terrific play by number 41. Parker Johnson, 6'2" junior. He was not going to let Wiley flank him there. Wiley had a lot of room to run, but Johnson kept his eyes on him and brought him down. And that'll bring up 4th down and about 19. That's the end of the first quarter. Our score is tied at 7. When we come back, Lawton will be punting the football to your Antlers with a lot of momentum for the visiting team. We hope you're enjoying our broadcast. We just got the technical difficulties taken care of. We have a few people that have braved the trip down here to Lawton to watch the Antlers take on the Wolverines in our 2nd week of district play. So we're hoping that if you're at home that you're tuning in to Antler Vision football, brought to you live. Deep to punt is number 1, DeMarcus Andrews. From the 25-yard line, 24-yard line. Ball rolls back there to him. Gets a pretty decent punt out of this one. Paxton Gary backs away from it, and it takes a Lawton bounce down to about, looks like it's going to come to rest around the 30-yard line. A 45, 46-yard punt by Andrews. Most of that on the roll, but still, he flipped the field position pretty nice there. Deer Creek will start at their own 30, much better field position than they started last time when they started on their own 15. So it's counter blessings here, right? Huska's back out. Welch is lined up in the slot to the left. 2 receivers spread out to the left, 1 receiver to the right. We got Davis back in the game. That's good to see. It's good to see Lamorris back out there. They give the ball to him. He makes a nice cut off that ankle, gets back up into the interior of the line, and he's turned back after about a gain of 3. Whenever you have a bum ankle, you know, you don't know if that ankle's going to survive the hard cuts that you have to make sometimes. But Morris made a really nice cut off of it that time. Looks like he's back to 100%, I hope, because he is a difference maker, averaging 100 yards a game on the ground. Missed him last week for sure. But tonight we have another senior out. Jake Burride is out tonight in street clothes. We don't know the nature of his injury, but he is not playing tonight. Quick pass to number 19, Will Hinton. He's going to get the first down, it looks like. Nice little slip screen out there to the left side. Hinton, 5'9" sophomore. He and number 15, Will Michael, have become Huska's favorite targets over the last couple of weeks, along with number 87, Randy Childers. So 2 receivers to the right. Lamorris in the backfield with Huska. Gavin will take the snap from center. Gives the ball to Davis. Makes a nice cut to the left side. He's got the first down, and he breaks out to the left side. Huge play. What a nice cut. About a 23, 24-yard run, maybe 25 yards on that. Davis went into the right side, made a sharp cut back to his left side, and he found open spaces and friendly faces in front of him, and he was managed to pick up. Big play for the Antlers. 1st and 10 at the Lawton Wolverine 33-yard line. Score tied 7-7, 10 minutes to go in the half. Gavin takes the snap. Again goes to Davis. This time he tries the same cut, but he's wrapped up by a swarm of Wolverines. They bring him down. Maybe a loss of 2 on that play. Same play that Lamorris busted out a moment ago. He tried that hard cut back to the left side, but this time there were plenty of red jerseys waiting for him. So we've got 2nd down, and it looks like about 12 and a half. Ball on the 35-yard line. Huska's going to sprint out to his right, throws the wide open. Oh, drop ball. He was standing there by himself. Took his eye off of it just before he started to run. That's number 19, Will Hinton. He wants that one back, I'm sure. 5'9" sophomore. And yeah, he wants another shot at that one. He's going to be running a little bit after he caught that pass. There was nobody around him. Sometimes that's the toughest pass to catch. It's when you're that wide open. That'll bring up 3rd and 12. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Huska drops back to the pass. He's finds wide open in the middle. Number 1, Paxton Gary, 5'9" senior. Good to see him back. He's going to be a little bit short of the first down by about 3 yards. We got 3 subs coming in. We got Diaz, Parker Johnson, and number 87, Randy Childers, are all coming in the game on this 4th and 3 at the Lawton 26-yard line. Big play here for the Antlers. With the wind in their face, they're electing to go for it here on 4th down and 3. They tried this before and turned the ball over on downs. Let's see if they can get this ball given to Diaz. He drives it up the middle. Looks like he's got the first down and more as he gets down to the 21-yard line. Pick up of 5 yards. 1st and 10, Deer Creek. Man, we are doing a number on the Wolverine front rushing the football tonight. That has not been our strong suit the first 4 games. We have been, I take that back, that has been our strong suit the first 4 games. We're passing not so much, but we've got a great balanced attack going on tonight, both passing and running. A lot of confusion out on the field with the Wolverines. They're trying to get lined up right. Huska checks the sideline. He's got Welch in the left slot. Diaz gets the ball again. He gets downhill and he just crashes for about, looks like 9-yard gain down to about the 12-yard line. 2nd down 1. There are some big holes up there between the tackles, and we are running right through them for big chunks of yards. Give credit to our big hog mollies up at the top, up at the front. Another check with me play. Got two wide receivers to the left. Another handoff this time to Diaz again. He bounces out to about the 6-yard line for a first down. And Deer Creek is knocking on the door again. First and goal at the 6-yard line. Score tied 7-7. 7.5 minutes until halftime. Both teams have been doing a great job running the football tonight with an occasional big play pass mixed in. But Deer Creek has the football and they're moving. We have a timeout on the field. Looks like we have a false start. First mistake of the night for Deer Creek. It's been a problem most of the year. Mistake here or there at the wrong time. It kind of kills the momentum. Let's hope that doesn't happen here. Davis looks like he was ready to come off the field. He's still limping just a little bit. So he's not 100%, but boy, he's running hard. Doing a great job tonight, as is Dylan Diaz and Dylan Beers. The Dillons ×2, and then Lamoris, they're doing a number with the running game. There's Davis again. He gets up to about the 10-yard line, maybe the 9. Picks up 3 yards. Second down and goal for the Antlers. Number 81, Nathan Vaughn, senior, 6'4", comes into the game. Haven't seen him much this year, but with, like I said, the injury to Jake Burright, Coach Paul's looking for some wideouts. We're going to have timeout on the field. Coach Stanley runs down and calls a quick timeout. You want to make this drive count. It's second down and 10. Actually, second down and goal from the 10. You want to make sure you have the right play called with the right personnel in there. So far, Deer Creek offense has not had any trouble moving the football. I believe this is their 3rd drive, and they have moved the football well on 2 of their 3 drives. Lawton defensive coaching staff seems to be a little frazzled as well when looking at what they're trying to do to get the Wolverines lined up to slow down the Antler assault that's going on against them these last 2 drives. 6:20 to go in the first half. 7-7. Ball on the 9-yard line. It'll be second down and goal for your Antlers. Beautiful night for football. Last Friday night of September. Diaz lines up to the left of Huska. Huska throws the ball. He just misses a little out route to Axel Welch over on the left side. That'll bring up third down and 10. That play has worked well for him twice. That time was just a little bit too wide for the big senior. Number 41, Parker Johnson, headed into the game. Diaz will be coming out. Thing about this, if you do get to a 4th down, this should be a chip shot for Logan Ward, our place kicker. So we look to get points out of this drive for sure. Huska looks, makes a nice pass to the back corner of the end zone, but a little bit too high for number 41, Parker Johnson. That'll bring up 4th down, and here comes the field goal unit. Logan Ward. Logan Ward to try looks like a 26-yard field goal. Certainly within his range. This is to give the Antlers the lead. Ball's down, the kick is up. And he split the uprights, and we have the lead here with 6 minutes, 8 seconds to go in the first half. Deer Creek has come roaring back from a 7-0 deficit to now lead 10-7. Two outstanding drives by the offense. This last one bringing the ball down inside the 10-yard line. We did stall out, but the reliable leg of Mr. Ward, Logan Ward, 5'11", sophomore, split the uprights, giving the Antlers their first lead of the night. It's a big game for both teams, the second week in district play, having both teams lost their initial game. Last week, Lawton dropped a tough one to the Midwest City Bombers, while your Deer Creek Antlers at home were handled pretty well by the Stillwater Pioneers. Looks like Stillwater might be the class of the field in the district that the Antlers are competing in. Maybe Midwest City and certainly this Lawton team looked pretty formidable last week as well, even in defeat. Putnam City, Putnam West are having a little bit of a down year. Got Dell City, who we will host next week. Got an onside kick here. Goes out of bounds right at the 50-yard line. None of the Antlers looked to go for it as it rolled right out of bounds right at the 50-yard line. So going back to a little bit of the mojo that worked in the first week against Southmore, Coach Stanley rolls the dice, and this time it doesn't work in our favor. And Lawton will start with the football in great field position. Looks like it's going to be 1st and 10 on the Deer Creek 45-yard line. Lawton is set up really well. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left, tight end on the right side, who stays in and blocks most of the time. Wiley takes the ball, hands it off to number 3, Miles Davis. He reverses his field, tries to cut back, doing a lot of moving and shaking right then. He's breaking tackles. Finally brought down by number 3, Elijah Allen, after a zigzagging rush of about 7 yards. He probably ran 25 yards to get 7. Second down, looks like 3 for the Wolverines. 2 receivers to the right. Again, hand the ball off to Miles Adams, and he gets popped right around the 35, but leans forward, gets to the 34, which will be enough for a first down. So pretty much it's the Miles Davis show so far for the Wolverines. He's carried the ball just about every play, unless they were passing. Wiley has shown some moments with his arm that he can throw the ball well. Here's a reverse to number 1, DeMarcus Andrews, who has some space, and he's going to get down the right sideline. Finally knocked out of bounds by Allen on the 9-yard line. So the decision to go for the onside kick is put our defense pushed back up against the wall. 1st and goal on the 9-yard lines. Nice play right there by the Wolverine offensive staff, getting Andrews on the misdirection. Again, the stretch play to Adams. He has a nice hole over there on the left side. He gets down inside the 5-yard line. It looks like about to the 3. He's 2nd down and goal. Defense needs to stop right here. 5 minutes to go in the second quarter. Lawton moving the football down to the 3-yard line. Deer Creek leads 10-7. Again, the ball is handed off to Adams. Oh, he's hitting the backfield, but he spins out and waltzes into the end zone for a touchdown. Boy, he was popped in the backfield, but managed to spin out, and there was nobody there to slow him down after that. He scores easily. And pending the extra point, Lawton will either have a 3 or a 4-point lead with 4:45 to go in the second quarter. Daniel Kim set to try the extra point. Good snap, good hold, line drive kick, and it's good. So with 4:45 to go in the first half, Lawton has retaken the lead, 14-10, only having to go 45 yards after the attempt at the onside kick after Deer Creek took the lead on a 26-yard field goal. So we had a lot of offense here in the first half, a lot of long offensive drives, a lot of running plays, not a lot of passing. This game's going by pretty quick. So I was mentioning earlier, both teams are in desperate need of a district win. You don't want to start your district play 0-2, and that's going to face whoever loses this game tonight. That's going to face that team. 0-2 is an awful difficult hole to dig yourself out of to get to the playoffs. It can be done, but it's not easy. Next week, Deer Creek will be at home taking on Del City for homecoming. Deep pooch kick is caught by the, let's see, who is that? Looks like number 34, Asher Blue, 5'11" sophomore. Nice play, youngster. Did the right thing at the right time, and we're going to have great field position. 1st and 10 on our own 39-yard line. So both teams, after taking the lead, have chosen to not kick it deep. And both teams are starting with great field position. Lawton started on the Deer Creek 45. Your Antlers are now going to start on their own 39-yard line, close to midfield. Two receivers to the right. Gonna throw a little wheel pass to Diaz, and he's, in and out of his hands. Nice pass by Huska. Dropped it right in there. Diaz had just broke open past the cornerback. Ball was dropped right in his lap, and it just slipped through his fingertips. 2nd down 10. Nice play, nice pass, tough result. Again, two receivers to the left, one to the right. We've got Welch in the interior slot on the left side. Diaz in the backfield with Huska to his left side. The handoff to Diaz. He has a nice hole, and he drives it. Looks like he's going to pick up 8 yards there. Maybe 9 with his forward momentum. It'll bring up 3rd and short for the Antlers. Nice play again by the big guys up front. Third and short. Just under 4 minutes. Snap goes to Beers, and he's going to break through and get the first down. Tell you what, the big guys up front. Right tackle Byers at 293. Right guard Corbin at 270. The center Boykin at 272. Left guard Kelly at 300. And left tackle DeMario at 210. Those boys are doing work tonight. They are plowing the road for our running backs. We are picking up big chunks of yards in the interior. 1st and 10 for your Antlers. Ball at midfield. Huska changes the play. Ball snapped. Fakes the ball to Beers. He's going deep. Intended for number 19, Will Hinton. He was well covered by number 8, Eddie Austin. Check that, number 9, Colin Hooper. Pardon me, Caleb Fuller. Great coverage out there by the Wolverine secondary. 2nd down 10, ball at midfield. Huska threw a pretty good ball right there. It was just great coverage. Beers in the backfield to the right of Huska. He gets the football. And man, what a hole on the left side. He might score. He cuts it back to the right side, to the 20, 15, 10, to the 5, and he's run out of bounds right at, looks like, the 5-yard line. 45-yard run by the senior linebacker who is running some platoon running back. What a great play. He gashed up to the left side and cut back to the right. There was nobody to his right side. Then it became a foot race. And finally the Angles caught up with him right around the 5-yard line. 45-yard run, big play. Deer Creek again knocking on the door, looking for points on the 5-yard line. Ball given to Diaz, and he's popped, but he rolls to the left and gets down to the 1-yard line. 2nd down and goal. I'm telling you, those big boys are moving the line of scrimmage forward. Great job by our big guys up front. Second down and goal on the 2. 87, Randy Childers to the right side. Ball given again, interior. Looks like we have stopped short. Looked like he crossed the end zone line from up here, but I'm not down on the field. The officials say he was stopped cold in his tracks. 3rd down and less than a yard, it looks like. Right at the Lawton goal line. Big guys up front need to move the line of scrimmage forward just one more time. Diaz in the backfield. They're in the Wildcat formation. It's going to go right to Dillon, and here he goes, right in the middle. And he dumps over the top for the touchdown. Great call by Coach Stanley. Coach Paul went to the Wildcat formation. Direct snap to number 10, Dylan Diaz, who dove over the top for the touchdown. And the Antlers are right back up on top, 16-14 with the extra point pending. Logan Ward sets. Ball snap. Ball's down. Kind of a miss hit on the kick, but it was good enough to go through. And with 2 minutes to go in the second quarter, this seesaw game, what a fun game to watch on a Friday night. This seesaw game has the Deer Creek Antlers back up in front, 17-14. Another 61-yard drive. They put together an 85-yard drive, a 61-yard drive. And I believe the third one, or the field goal, we drove it over 50 yards to get it down to around the 6 or 7 yard line and then kick the chip shot field goal. So Deer Creek leads 17-14. Again, 2 minutes, 2 seconds left in the half. Be interesting to see what Coach Stanley calls here for the kickoff with the wind a little bit in his face. Deep for Lawton is number 3, Miles Davis. Number 6, Chateau Reed. And number 13, Gassarian Gilmore Kelly. Davis lines up in the middle. He'll be the deep man. Ward tees up the ball just to the right of midfield on the 40-yard line. He deep pooches it to the 20-yard line. It's a loose ball. And number 13 handled it just barely in time. Asarian Gilmore Kelly came up with a football, and he was hit pretty hard right away. Wolverines will take over 1st and 10 on the change of possession at the 25-yard line with less than 2 minutes to go in the first half. So the Antlers have to make sure that their defense doesn't give up any big plays right here. They want to go into halftime with that 3-point cushion. Playing really, really solid football here in the first half. Number 3, Davis, lines up behind Wiley at quarterback, trips to the right. Stretch play to the right, goes back to Davis, and he's got some room. Look out. Cuts back and brought down finally by the senior linebacker, number 29, Dylan Beers, after he picked up 23 yards. But the clock stops with the first down at 1:52. Now it starts to roll. 1:51 comes out of it. Oh, he's stuck this time. Great play by the second level guy. There's Beers again making the play with the second leading tackler, Parker Johnson. Both these guys greets Mr. Adams in the backfield. He'll lose one. I tell you what, Parker Johnson, Dylan Beers, they are having terrific seasons on the defensive side. Beers had a 45 run on the offensive side a moment ago. He looks a little gassed right now. Yeah, he's slow getting up. Adams brought down after about a 4 or 5 yard pickup. 3rd down and 6. Big play right here. A long 6. Ball on the 48-yard line. We have a penalty on the play. It looks like we're going to have an illegal procedure.
Flags down before the play.
On the Wolverines. The Whiteouts both jumped before the snap of the ball. So that's going to make a 3rd and a long 6 into a 3rd and a long 11. Looks like it's right at 11.
Brings up 3rd down.
Again, you just can't make a mistake here if you're the defense. 1 minute to go in the half. Tackle. Wiley. Oh, ball is knocked down by the big fella. 68 Daxton Byers, 6'5", 293, senior, jumped up and just swatted that thing down like a big old grizzly bear. And it'll be 4th down and 11. Lawton looking to the sidelines. 52 seconds to go. Here comes the punt team. Great stand by the defense there. Paxton Gary is going to be deep. He's going to be about at the 20-yard line. We have a penalty on the, looks like a delay of game.
Delay game, offense.
I'll back him up another 5 yards. So Lawton has kind of shot themselves in the foot on this series, moving the football on 2 nice runs by Miles Davis, and then to have an illegal procedure and now a delay of game backing them up. It's 4th and about 17. Deer Creek will get the ball back with a 3-point lead, it looks like. Nice high kick to Gary. He's going to take the ball. He's got a lot of room over on his right side. He's going to get, oh, he reverses his field. He hasn't been tackled yet. He's still going. He's over to the left side. It's a foot race now. He gets past number 1 and gets finally brought down by Jeremiah McGee at the Lawton 36-yard line. We've got laundry on the field, though. Looks like we're going to have a block in the back after he reversed his field. I think one of our guys may have hit someone in the back. Coach Stanley is talking to the official with his most passionate plea he can come up with, but it looks like it's going to be a block in the back, and it's going to come back. And what an exciting play by number 1, Paxton Gary.
Return, personal foul, onside block on the return team. 15-yard penalty, spot the foul.
15-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. That is going to back us all the way up to the 30-yard line. So Deer Creek's got 32 seconds. More than likely, they're just going to let this half run out and go into the locker room with a 3-point lead. They will get the ball to start the second half. They won the toss and deferred to the second half. Huska takes the snap, gets the ball to Diaz. He's going to be drugged down right at the 31-yard line. Second down and about 9. Lawton's not looking to stop the ball. Nope, 2nd and 10. We're going to go into halftime here. with a 3-point lead. Nicely played half by the Antler offense, and the defense has risen up to stop them when they can. And got an exciting ball game here on Friday night. That's halftime. Deer Creek 17, Lawton 14. We'll be back with second half action in just a few minutes. This is Deer Creek football from Antler Vision.
varsity football games. Because of this service, coaches, athletes, and parents are assured that if an athlete's injury requires medical attention, transportation to a hospital emergency room will be immediate. Coaches coach, cheerleaders cheer, dance team dance, marching band march in. The football team takes the field to fight hard and win the game. If you want to win the insurance game, get the right players on the winning team with Affirmative Agency. So they would give them a call at 248-1700. And let's win this thing. We are football, we are insurance.
We're back here in Lawton, Oklahoma for halftime. Our high school matchup between the Lawton High Wolverines and your Deer Creek Antlers. Antlers lead this game 17-14 on some impressive offensive drives that they put together here in the first half. 85-yard drive, a 55-yard drive, some big plays by the running game. It's been an all-around great effort on the offensive side of the ball. Not to say anything disparagingly of the defense. The defense has also played lights out. They endured the first drive in which Lawton moved the ball down the field 65 yards and scored quickly, running the football behind Miles Davis. Touchdown pass thrown from number 18, Eric Wiley, to DeMarcus Andrews in the end zone for the initial score. That gave Lawton the lead, 7-0. Deer Creek, though, came marching right back, moved the football down the field, and scored to tie the game up. Dylan Diaz on a short 6-yard touchdown run tied the game at 10. Antlers moved the ball again down the field, having stopped Lawton on 2 straight possessions, moved the ball down inside the 10-yard line, but was unable to score. However, they did get a clutch field goal from number 16, Logan Ward, 26-yard field goal, to give the Antlers the 10-7 lead midway through the second quarter. Coach Stanley decided to try an onside kick. You know, we've had a lot of success running, especially in the first game against Southmore, and it was a great kick. It just went a little bit too far before our guys could get to it, went out of bounds. So unfortunately, Lawton got the football on the Deer Creek 45-yard line. And they moved the football quickly down the field and scored, giving them back the lead at 14-10. Deer Creek quickly answered, and a 45-yard run by Mr. Do Everything, Dylan Beers, brought the ball back down to the 5-yard line. Deer Creek scored on the Wildcat play with Dylan Diaz on third down in less than a yard. And that gives us the 17-14 lead that we have right now. Both teams are back on the field. They're stretched, they're warmed up, they're ready to go. We're about ready for second half action here. Deer Creek High School football brought to you by Antler Vision. Once again, Antler Vision is a completely student-run venture at Deer Creek High School. Everything that you see is done by students. They are manning the cameras. They are running the production. They are running the direction. They are under the leadership of the teacher of the broadcast department, Miss Janet Harris. And she hired me for some reason to come out and do play-by-play. My partner in crime that's usually with me on the broadcast, Scott Hazelwood, he was not able to join me tonight, so I'm flying solo here. Deer Creek will take the football to start the second half. Ball being teed up by number 24, Daniel Kim, for the Wolverines. We're set to start second half action. Again, 17-14. Deer Creek on top of the Wolverines. Both teams at 0-1 in district play. Little pooch kick right over the top of the front line. The ball's running loose, and Lawton looks like they have recovered the little pooch kick. Perfect kick by Mr. Kim. Kicked it just over the outstretched arms of our initial line, and in front of the second line. It bounced and it cut back against the grain, and our guys couldn't get to it. Recovered by number 32. It looked like it was Dylan Shane, a 5'7" sophomore. I'm sorry, that's Deer Creek. Number 32 is James Clark, a 5'10" sophomore for the Wolverines. So Wiley will be under center. He takes the ball. He runs a little counter play to number 3, Miles Adams, who's had a great night running the football. He gets another big first down pickup, about 7 yards on the first play. Diaz brings him down, brings up second and short. In these field position situations, our defense has not done a very good job of bowing up and stopping them. They have been running right down our throats when they've been getting favorable field position, like we had there on the turnover. It's been pretty much a turnover-free game, other than that onside kick to start the second half. Lawton with the football. A lot of confusion. Lawton has to call a timeout. Head coach Ryan Breeze, not a happy camper right now. We had some receivers not lined up or not on the field, so he quickly calls a timeout. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Wolverines on the Deer Creek 28-yard line. Just getting started here in the third quarter. Lawton got the football on a nice little pooch kick right over the top of our front line, landed on about the 40-yard line and kicked back away from the Deer Creek receivers. And like I said, number 32, James Clark, recovered the loose ball and giving the Wolverines great field position. Miles Davis has carried the ball twice for the first down. And that's where we are, 1st and 10. Ball on the 28-yard line of Deer Creek. Wiley under center, Davis in the backfield. Davis takes the ball again, and he gets around on the left side. Running hard, picking up extra yards. Manages to shake Angelo Clark loose, and he picks up 9 yards. Davis has got to be around the 100-yard mark. He has been running amok along that left side all night long, having great success running the stretch play to the left side. Here he goes again. This time number 41, Parker Johnson, is there to meet him and bring him down close to a first down. Going to place the ball on the 19-yard line, maybe the 18 and a half. And we're going to have a first down. First and 10 on the 18-yard line. And move the chains. Davis looks exhausted as the single back. He's been carrying the load all night long. There's the misdirection they ran earlier. Number 4, Draylon Simpson, waltzes into the end zone untouched for the touchdown. Nice play, fake to Davis. Gave it to Simpson on the reverse into the short side of the field, into the boundary, and was able to walk into the end zone untouched. And just like that, Lawton has retaken the lead. It's been a back and forth affair all night long. Each team scoring only to see the other team counter back and score again. High snap, ball goes over the head of Kim. Here we have a dead ball, and so no play, no extra point. So the extra point try is no good. Leaves the score with 10 minutes, 54 seconds to go in the third quarter. Lawton now leads your Antlers 20-17. Deer Creek will get the football back, and I'm sure they'll be a little bit more alert about that great onside pooch kick that Daniel Kim did on the last kickoff. Again, on the Lawton High Wolverine side, it's been the Miles Davis show as he has just been carrying the load for the team in red. Don't have official statistics on what he's doing, but he's got to be over 100 yards, and he's probably picking up 6-7 yards per carry tonight. Basically running over the left side of the Wolverine offensive line on the stretch play, either inside or outside. Deer Creek lines up, 5 guys up on the front line. We've got Johnson and Beers on the second level on the wings. Kim set to kick again, and here we go. Another pooch kick right over the top. This goes in the hands of number 20. Look out, we may have some big play here. We're going to have a penalty, though. We're going to have a block in the back. Number 20, though, what a great play by Zane Shades. We're going to have a penalty, a block in the back here at the 40-yard line, right around the 39, 40-yard line. That's going to be a 15-yard penalty. So it was going to be a hold, not a block in the back. 10-yard penalty, so we'll start right around the 29, 30-yard line to open up second half possession. Trailing now 20-17. So Gavin Huska in the shotgun. We don't see Lamorris Davis. We haven't seen Lamorris Davis in the backfield for quite a while. It's been the Dylan Diaz show and Dylan Beers. The two Dylans have been doing a great job. Here's Diaz as he pops it up the middle for about 2 yards, making it second down and 8. Don't know if Davis is re-injured that ankle or not. Looking for him over on the sideline to see if he is still in uniform. Can't seem to find him. Parker Johnson in at the slot. We haven't seen Axel Welch in a while either. I wonder how he is. Fake to Diaz, going to the right, dump pass to Johnson. Johnson gets the ball and is immediately wrapped up for maybe a gain of 1 or 2. The Wolverine defense is pretty excited about that. 3rd down and 7 from the 34. 3rd down and a long 6, it looks like. Axel Welch is over on the sideline without his helmet on. It looks like he might be holding his left arm. Lamorris Davis is right by Coach on the sideline. He still has his helmet on. So we got trips to the right, 3rd and long, about 6 yards. Looking for a little screenplay into Dylan Diaz, and he's got blockers in front of him. He gets down past the 45 to the 40, and he's knocked out of bounds. Almost broke that one loose. Gets to the 45-yard line for a big play. 25-yard pickup on 3rd and 6 for the first down. Great call by Coach Paul. Deer Creek is now on the Lawton side of the field with a 1st and 10. Nice screen play. Both Beers and Diaz are in the backfield now. Diaz lines up to the right. Beers at the slot. Give the ball to Diaz again. He pops through for another 5-yard gain down to about the 40. He's having a great night. Davis quickly comes onto the field. Diaz comes out. Beers comes out as well. So the Smash Mouth group of the two Dylans, they both come off the field. Lamorris comes back on the field. His first action since early in the second quarter. Paxton Gary hustles onto the field. 28 Jackson Jordan hustles off. 2nd down and about 4. Ball's on the turf. Missed handoff there between Huska and Davis. It's going to result in a 2-yard loss. And catastrophic play if they had lost possession of the ball, or if Lawton could have scooped and scored there that time. Fortunately, the ball goes back into Huska's hands, and he's able to only lose 2 yards out of the play. A bit of confusion over on the far sideline. Guys coming off and coming on the field. Trips to the left. Again, no Axel Welch in the game. Huska throws a long pass over the head of number 19, Will Hinton. That'll bring up 4th down, and here comes the punt team. Not a real good pass that time by Gavin, but he was starting to feel some pressure up front. Got rid of the ball quickly. 4th and 7. Ball on the Lawton 42, 43-yard line. And Logan Ward is going to try to put the Wolverines deep in their own territory. It's the snap. Almost went over his head. Ward gets the ball off. Nice high kick. Davis had signaled fair catch. Guess he forgot. He tried to run, but the ball will be spotted at the 12-yard line. 1st and 10 for Lawton after the punt by Deer Creek. So a little tiny hiccup cost the Antlers a chance at getting another 1st down with the fumbled handoff that Huska was managed to get back. Resulted in a 2-yard loss. Couldn't quite recover the yardage on 3rd down, thus we had to punt. And here we are. 1st and 10 on the 12. For the Wolverines, they'll put 3 players to the right, including DeMarcus Andrew, has been a pretty good weapon. Stretch play to Davis to the right side. He cuts back, wrapped up by Beers and company. It's brought down after a gain of about 5. 2nd down 5 for the Wolverines. Wiley checking the sideline. He has the play. 2 receivers to the right. Davis single back in the backfield. 1 receiver to the left. Another stretch play to the right side again. And he's wrapped up at the 20. Gain of maybe 3 yards. We'll bring up 3rd down. 3rd and 2 for the Wolverines. Ball on the 20-yard line. 2 receivers to the left, tight end to the left, single receiver to the right. Wiley under center, stretch play right. And this time we may have wrapped him up. It's going to be close. Depends on where they mark his forward progress. Line judge is signaling 1st down. Wow, no measurement. They're just calling it 1st down for the Wolverines, right on the 22-yard line, which is where the stakes were. Pretty liberal call right there, in my opinion, but who cares? Counter play. Wiley throws deep. He's got number 1. Andrews wide open. Catches it in stride. Diaz is going to run him down, though. He's going to get from the 22 all the way down to about the 34-yard line. It's about a 44-yard play right there. Perfect pass by Wiley as he was sprinting out to his right. Andrews didn't break stride, caught it without flinching, and he was off to the races. Diaz managed to run him down at the 34-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Wolverines. We need a stop. Comes Adams, again stretching to the left side. He breaks into the secondary. He's going to score, but we have a penalty on the play. Usually a hold. Usually a hold where they threw the flag. This will be a good change. Good break for the good guys here. Holding is going to be the call.
Holding. Offense. 10-yard penalty. Spot the foul. Replay 1st.
So Davis had a 34-yard touchdown erased right there on the hold. bring up first down again. It's like first down and 18. Ball now marked on the 42-yard line. Two receivers to the right. Davis in the backfield. Daxton Byers leans a little bit too far into the neutral zone and picks up the infraction offside. Still first down. Now it's first and 13. Ball on the 37-yard line of Deer Creek. Wolverines with the lead and the ball. 2017. 6 minutes to go in the third quarter. This is a big series for our defense. Wiley steps back, throws, hits number 6. Makes two guys miss. Chateau Reed makes a nice little catch and run. Picks up about 11, 12 yards. Second down and 2. Ball will be on the 26-yard line. Lawton looks like they did in that first possession, where everything they're doing turns up gold. Again, Davis hit in the backfield, spins out, and still manages to pick up 6 yards and a first down at the 19-yard line of Deer Creek. This kid's the real deal, number 3 on the red. Let's give a lot of credit to the big guys up front. They're running stretch plays, and these guys have to stay on their block a long time. And they're doing a great job. Davis is picking up the yards. A little hitch and go. Right into, wow, what a great catch by number 6, Chateau Reed. Ran a little hitch and go over into the boundary. Had to have a perfect pass over the back shoulder, and he caught it. Spun and walked into the end zone for the touchdown. And for the first time tonight, we're down 2 possessions. Kim hustles onto the field. Ball snapped in time, the ball's up, and I don't think he made it. Nope, he missed it, shanked it to the left. So with 5:21 left, Lawton High leads your Deer Creek Antlers 26-17. Hold on, we have a penalty on the play. We're going to re-kick it. Personal foul. Running into the kicker. Roughing the kicker. So we're going to get another try. They're going to get half the distance to the goal. Looks like the offense is going to come back on the field and try to pick up the 2-point conversion. So number 6, Chateau Reed, will go to the right. Number 9, Caleb Fuller, to the left. Davis and Wiley talking to each other as they hustle out on the field in a double tight ace set for the Wolverines. The option play to the right. Wiley tries to keep it. He's not going to get in. He's brought down. Great play by the defense. It looked like he had a little area to get in and lean into the end zone, but he was popped good and rolled backwards and tackled with some authority by several Deer Creek players, and he's slow getting up. And got his bell rung a little bit there. So, again, after all that, the score remains Lawton 26, Deer Creek 17. 9-point advantage for the home team. 2-possession lead. It's a little bit more pressure on our offense to respond here. I tell you, that onside kick was huge. Complete swing of momentum into the hands of the home team Wolverines. They have scored on both possessions here in the second half. Deer Creek did move the football inside Lawton territory, but a fumbled handoff and a recovery in the backfield, resulting in a 2-yard loss, kind of put us behind the chains, and we weren't able to recover off that one mistake. Kim is lining up on the far right hash at the 40-yard line. He's going to look to pooch kick another one over the top of the front line. Got Parker Johnson and over here on our right side. There's the pooch again. Let's go right into number 20. This time he is wrapped up. Zane Shades broke loose on the first one, had to come back because of a penalty. This time the Wed Ray was all over him, as they say, like a rat on a Cheeto. First and 10 at the 35 for the good guys coming out onto the field looking to respond after Lawton has scored on their 2 possessions here in the second half. It's good to see Davis back into the backfield. Huska got 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Again, no Axel Welch here in the second half. He and Burright are standing over there talking to him. We have a legal procedure on the play, and I tell you, when it rains, it pours. Seems like we're making a lot of mistakes here in the second half. Penalties and just mental mistakes here and there. See if we can respond and bounce back. First and 15, ball on the 30. Davis with the football. He cuts, moves up the field, maybe gets 4, 3.5, 4 yards. He's cutting well and moving his feet really well. That's a good sign. The ankle isn't limiting him that much, but when he walks back to the huddle, he's very gingerly walking back. Just hope he's okay. So Burright's out. Welch is out. The offense is still clicking along. Got trips to the left. Burright's in trouble. He's sprinting out to his left side, looking to throw, and he's going to throw it out of bounds. We'll bring up third down 11 from about the 34-yard line. It's a big play here for the offense. Don't want to go 3 and out here after our defense has been on the field for much of this quarter. Number 87, Randy Childers, brings the play in to Huska. Good old-fashioned way by Courier. Number 82, Ryan Fitzpatrick, has taken the place of Welch. Nice play by Huska. Dropped the pass by Fitzgerald on that pass. A low ball. It was tough to catch to make. Huska got out to the left side on a nice sprint out. Looked like he had some room to maybe run, but he decided to try to throw it to Fitzgerald. I'm sorry if I said Fitzpatrick, I thought, but Fitzgerald, and it was just a little bit low. He wouldn't have made the first down anyways, so that'll bring up fourth down, and Ward is back to punt again. Nice snap this time, and that punt looked like some of my drives on the golf course. A little bit of a shank to the right. It's going to go about a 15, 16-yard punt. First and 10 for the Wolverines on the Deer Creek 49-yard line. 4 minutes, 15 seconds left here in the third quarter, and Lawton has not been stopped here in the third quarter, so our defense a little bit exhausted here. We're going to have to bow up and make a stop here for the good guys. Big drive right here. 2 receivers to the right. Davis in the backfield by himself. Little motion out of number 1. Yeah, we're going to have illegal procedure. Number 1, DeMarcus Andrews, is playing Canadian football rules, and he was moving forward at the snap of the football. Can't do that. Looked like Lawton was going to try to take a shot down the field backbreaker. Fortunately, we had a receiver that got a little bit too anxious, went upfield, and penalty. 1st and 15 now. Wiley actually in the shotgun for the first time. Gives the ball to Davis. Oh, he's wrapped up. Beers has got it. Oh, but he gets loose. But there's number 33. Big Ben Likes is right there to knock him down, not give him anything extra. He's going to lose yards for the first time tonight, I think. I mean, big yards. He's lost about 5 yards. Great play by the defense. 2nd down and 20. Ball on the 41-yard line. So a penalty and a big play by Beers and Likes puts the Wolverines in a 2nd and long. Wiley back under center. He's checking with his coaching staff. And a check with me. Ball snapped. Quick pass over to wide open number 9. Caleb Fuller. Corner was about 10 yards off him. They just rose up and threw it to him, and he picked up about 8 of the 20 that they needed, maybe 7. The 3rd down 13, ball on the 48 and a half. I'm sorry, yeah, 48 and a half. Wiley in the shotgun again. Haven't done that much tonight. He steps back, finds a little receiver. Nice hit. Dylan Diaz put the red stick on him right there. Popped him good. Number 6, Caleb Fuller. I'm just take that back. Chateau Reed, he's getting up. He's trying to remember which sideline is his. Nice hit by number 10. Clean hit by number 10, Dylan Diaz. Wow. That might be the play of the game right there. That was huge. So 4th down from the 49-yard line. Andrews looks to kick the ball. Nice punt. Turns it over deep. Gary's right there on about the 13-yard line to make the fair catch. And it'll be 1st and 10 deep. Great stand by the defense right there. Needed that one. Big 4-yard, 5-yard loss by Ben Sykes. Big hit by Dylan Diaz on 3rd and long.
First down, Deer Creek.
Great play. Great plays. Defense stood up there, didn't it? For sure. Here we go. 1st and 10, ball on the Deer Creek 14-yard line. The offense hustles onto the field. 2.5 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter. This will be the 3rd possession for the Antlers of the quarter. Lawton has had 3 possessions and has scored on 2 of them. Nice hard run by number 10, Dylan Diaz. He gets downhill quickly and picks up 6.5 yards up to the 20-yard line. Nice run by number 10. Big guys up front moved the line of scrimmage well on that one. 2nd and about 3.5. Maybe 3 solid yards. Huska checking sideline. Parker Johnson running the interior slot in place of Axel Welch, who has not played in the 2nd half. He's on the sidelines without his helmet on. Diaz again. Oh, and he's popped pretty good. Number 5, Jeremiah McGee. Gave Big Dylan a little taste of his own medicine right there. Good hit. But Diaz moves the ball 1 yard shy of the 1st down. It'll be 3rd and short, maybe a half yard. Davis into the game now. 2 receivers to the right. Interior slot, Johnson is to the right. Single receiver to the left. Davis shifts over to the right side. And we're going to have a timeout called by Coach Stanley and Coach Paul. Looks like we had somebody not lined up correct. A pretty intense 3rd quarter. All started with the deep onside kick by the Wolverines to start. They recovered and quickly moved the ball down the field and scored. Deer Creek takes the ball back and moved the ball pretty well. Got into Lawton territory before they stalled out. Lawton came back on the second possession, scored another touchdown, but did not convert the two-point conversion, so that's where we stand right now, 26-17. Lawton with the lead. 3rd and short here for your Antlers, though. Big guys up front have been controlling the line of scrimmage most of the night. Again, we are without Axel Welch. We are without Jake Burright. Parker Johnson having to do double duty as playing what Welch normally plays. We got Diaz and Beers running in the backfield along with playing defense. And Morris gets the ball, and I think he made the first down. At the line to gain, he got to the 24-yard line. That'll be enough for a 1st and 10, Deer Creek. Ball on the 24-yard line. Two receivers to the right. Number 87, Randy Childers, and number 28, Jackson Jordan. Single receiver up top, looks like that's number 15, Will Michael. Davis in the backfield to the right of Huska. Fake to Davis. Huska sprints out to his right. Finds number 87, Randy Childers, senior, wide open at about the 36, 37-yard line, and we have another penalty flag on the field. Looks like we had linemen downfield, illegal receivers downfield. So from the line of scrimmage, that'll be a 5-yard penalty. Still first down, not a loss of down, thank goodness. 1st and 15, but these are the little mistakes that we've kind of seen over the first 4 weeks that have cost us dearly in momentum, drives and such, scoring opportunities. We've got to solve these problems to keep the ball moving. Davis gets the ball. He cuts back to the right side. Another penalty flag. Thrown on the field. This one coming from the line judge on the far side by the Deer Creek coaching staff. Davis may have gotten a horse collar tackle, it looks like, against Lawton. Personal foul. That's a huge break for the good guys right there. That's 15 yards and a first down. And that gets us out of the hole for sure. 1st and 10, Deer Creek. Now the ball is placed on the 36-yard line, and we're in business, folks. Hopefully we can convert this mistake into some positive things for us. Davis to the left in the backfield. He gets the ball, cuts back to his left. Runs hard down to about the 43-yard line. Pickup of 6 yards. Davis running hard. We have a Lawton player down on the field. We have an official's timeout. Looks like we have a cramp on the field at about the 50-yard line. 11 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter. Antlers down 26-17. Lawton has scored 12 points on 2 touchdowns and failed extra points on both times to give them the 26-17 lead. Deer Creek offense has been sputtering a little bit. A few mistakes here and there has cost us some drives, but had a big break here just a moment ago with a horse collar tackle on the defense. Gave us a 1st and 10 on the 36-yard line. Lamoris Davis just gashed the middle of the Wolverine defense for about 6-yard gain. Which brings us to 2nd down and 4. 11 seconds to go. We're going to crank the clock, and we may not get this play off. We won't. We're going to go into the 4th quarter down 9, sports fans. So hopefully the 4th quarter will belong to us. We go into the 4th quarter. Lawton 26, Deer Creek 17. This is Deer Creek football, brought to you by Antler Vision. We'll be right back. We're back for 4th quarter action. Deer Creek with the football, trailing by 9, 26-17. 2nd down and 4. Ball on the 42-yard line. Diaz in the game, Parker Johnson in the game. Number 19, Will Hinton will split out to the left, 2 receivers to the right. Diaz to Huska's right. We're going to look at the throwback. Over the top, got double coverage and almost a pick. They saw that, and we have another penalty on the field. This game has ground down to a halt because of all the penalties. First half was beautiful football. Both teams executing, moving the ball down the field, defense making big plays. Second half has been anything but with all the penalties. Good night. Costly penalties, too. We're going to have roughing the passer, personal foul. 2nd personal foul on the Wolverines in this drive, giving your Antlers another big break and another 1st down. So even if they had picked that ball, it would not have counted. That puts the ball on the Lawton side of the field. 1st and 10, Deer Creek on the Lawton 43-yard line. Beers and Diaz in the backfield. Ball given to Diaz. He bounces it out to the right side. He's got some room. He makes a big play from the 43 all the way down to about the 27-yard line. 16-yard run by the do-everything defense, offense, kick return, you name it. Number 10, Dylan Diaz, 6 foot, 194-pound junior. Tell you what, we got guys that are stepping up, having to play both sides of the football because of all the injuries. Beers, Diaz, Parker Johnson. Great effort by these guys. Huska gives the ball back again to Diaz. He runs up the middle. He's down past the 15. He's inside the 15, maybe around to the 14-yard line. Another huge play by the big guys up front, moving the line of scrimmage. Another 14-yard gain for Diaz. 1st and 10, Deer Creek. Ball on the 14. Beers hobbles off the field. We don't want to see that. Johnson hustles back on. Tell you what, the training staff over there on the Antler sideline is working overtime tonight, that's for sure. Diaz gets the ball again. This time he's brought down after about a 2-yard, 3-yard gain maybe. Maybe 2.5 on the run there. 2nd down, long 7. Huska gets the play from number 18, Josh Bakare. He checks in the game. Number 19, Will Hinton, single receiver to the right. Bakare in the backfield with Huska. Parker Johnson in the slot. And we had a breakdown quarterback to receiver. Hinton ran what looked like a curl to the inside, maybe even a slant, and Huska threw an out route. So we've got 3rd down and about 7, a long 7. Diaz back in for Bakares. Huska comes back in after consulting with coach. Break out of the huddle with about 15 seconds left on the play clock. Trip receivers to the left. Diaz to the left, and Stanley calls a timeout. With just 6 or 7 seconds left on the play clock. This is a big play right here. 3rd and 7. You don't want to have to kick a field goal here. You want to get 6 points. And Coach Stanley was not going to take any chances. Our guys are fighting and scrapping down here. They have really shown a lot of guts tonight, that's for sure. After getting embarrassed on their home field last week, Coach Stanley has got these guys' attention. They are playing great football and competing and playing well with a good, solid Lawton football team. See what Coach Paul has in his bag of tricks here to see if we can't pick up a 1st down, if not a touchdown here with 3rd down, 7, maybe a short 8 to go. Ball on the 12-yard line. We have to get to the 5, just inside the 5-yard line. Diaz to the left of Huska. Ball snapped to Huska. He's looking inside, overthrows, and it's a pick by number 1, DeMarcus Andrews. And he is, they're going to call a late hit on Huska. Knocked out of bounds by number 68, Daxton Byers, and then Huska hits him after the play. That'll add another 15 after the play. Overthrew number 87, Randy Childers. And Andrews took it from the end zone all the way to the Lawton, looks like the 40, the Deer Creek 44-yard line. And then we'll have a penalty tacked on top of that. So 15 yards from this spot, let's be on the 42-yard line. They'll add another 15. That'll put them down on about the 27-yard line. Of course, they haven't marked off the penalty yet. They haven't marked off the penalty. Okay, they're saying that's the line of scrimmage after the penalty. But Wiley throws a nice little pass to number 6. And we have another penalty on the field. Good night. Chateau Reed on the catch. Pickup of about 4. We have an illegal receiver down the field on Lawton. A 5-yard penalty. We probably have had 15 penalties here in the second half alone. This game is, like I said earlier, is just sputtered to a stop. Trips to the left. Wiley in the shotgun. Adams to his left. Delayed draw. And Deer Creek is all over it. All over it. Wrapped up Adams for no gain, maybe a loss. Yeah, loss of about 3. I checked that, a loss of 2. Second down and about that's 16. Second down and 16. Ball on the 49-yard line. Deer Creek side of the football. Wiley calls a huddle. Trips to the left. Down to 9 seconds on the play clock. And have a counter play to the weak side. Adams puts the ball on the turf. And Deer Creek has recovered On the ball is number 4, Angelo Clark. Adams was popped pretty good. He hits with his back to the defender, and the ball squirted loose, landed on his helmet. He never knew where the ball was, and number 4, Angelo Clark, was there for the recovery, so huge play right there. Good night. Needed that. 1st and 10, Deer Creek on their own 39-yard line. The kids have fought hard tonight, that is for sure. The Antlers have not given up. They have not relaxed. One series, they have been giving it everything they've had. Despite the injuries, guys going 2 ways. Defense and offense carrying the load. Huska throws out to number 19. Will Hinton, sophomore, makes the big catch on the little out route, and that'll be enough for a 1st down. Ball right at midfield, 1st and 10, Deer Creek. That was a nice ball by Huska. After throwing the interception, you always want that next throw to be spot on, and he hit it right in the screws. Nice pass, Gavin. Good job. Diaz takes the football. He'll pick up maybe 2 down to the 48-yard line. 2nd down, 8. Coaches are not signaling in any plays this week. They have been doing pretty much the courier system with the wideouts. Hinton, Childress, Jordan. They're all been bringing the plays in to Huska. Quick pass to Will Hinton again. Ball a little high. That stops the clock, though. 3rd down, 8 yards to go. Ball on the 48. We need to get to the 40-yard line for a 1st down. Beers hustles off the floor. Parker Johnson is, looks like we're going to have an illegal substitution by Deer Creek. Ouch. Another big mistake. It's not like you can't overcome it, but just the fatigue is setting in and the concentration is not as sharp as it was in the 1st quarter, and the mistakes just are flowing heavily here in the second half on both sides of the football. It's not just Deer Creek. Lawton has had its shares of errors, and so trips to the left, single receiver to the right. They throw a little screen pass to Diaz, and he'll pick up maybe 5 or 6 yards, gets it down to about the 46-yard line. It'll be 4th down and 6. And Coach Stanley's going to have to go for it right here. This is where you would love to see Welch on those little out routes again, catching it, getting about 6, 7, 8 yards for the 1st down. As noted earlier, Axel Welch is out of the game. Jake Burritt never even started the game. He's been in street clothes all night. Those are 2 big-time players that the Antlers are missing tonight. Ball intended for number 81, Nathan Vaughn. Goes a little bit too high. And we will turn the ball over on downs. 1st and 10, Lawton. They will begin their possession on the 46-yard line with 8:12 to go, 9 points down. Coach Stanley is encouraging his troops to stay with it. As much as we've looked pretty good at times on offense, we have yet to score a point here in the second half. Too many mistakes have cost us here. Lawton scored twice in the first half, and they've scored twice in the second half. And they lead 26-17. Davis with the football. He heads left, cuts back right. And that kid is going to need the ice bath tomorrow. He has really, really carried the load for the Wolverine team tonight. I know the big plays and the touchdowns have come through different channels, from DeMarcus Andrews to Draylon Simpson and such, but my goodness, number 3 has been the workhorse for the Wolverines tonight. Easily over 100 yards. No official stats up here. He must be averaging over 5 yards a carry too. Here's a stretch play to the right. And he's brought down after a gain of 1. So even when he's corralled, he still moves forward. He's had 2 carries in this drive, and you'd think he didn't have anywhere to go, but he's got 5 yards out of those two carries. Bring up third, check that, 4 yards. 3rd down and 6. Antlers need the stop right here because Lawton is perfectly content to just run the football every play and bleed the clock down. Split to the right is number 6, Chateau Reed. Dual receivers are to the left. Wiley goes under center. He steps back and he's throwing. He's going to throw into coverage, triple coverage. Reed was the intended receiver, and you had Likes, you had Paxton Gary, and you had, I believe it was number 20, Zane Shades, all in the neighborhood. So Lawton generously stops the clock for us with an incomplete pass. Number 1, DeMarcus Andrews will punt the ball. Paxton deep on about the 15-yard line. Lawton leads 9 with 6:48 to go. Fair catch by Gary right there at the 19-yard line. Good job, senior. So the offense will take the field again, looking for either a big play or a big momentum shifter here. They're putting the ball on the 20-yard line, not the 19. So it'll be 1st and 10, Deer Creek. And to say this is a big drive is an understatement. They've got to put together something big right here. Play clock down to 14 seconds as we get lined up behind the scrimmage. Parker Johnson in at the left slot. 2 receivers to the left. Hand the ball off to number 10, Dylan Diaz. He breaks into the secondary. Makes a huge run, 29-yard run down to the 49-yard line. 1st and 10, Diaz right on cue comes up with a big play. He's going to hustle off the field. He's tackled pretty hard into the legs. Beers will come into the game for him. 29-yard run, 1st and 10, Deer Creek. Here we go, folks. Parker Johnson in the slot on the left side. Beers takes the ball and he gashes up the middle for about 12 yards. 2 huge plays by the Deer Creek running game. Puts the ball down into Lawton territory on the 40-yard line. So 40 yards in 2 plays by 2 guys that are playing both sides of the football. And it's just amazing. The 2 Dylans, Dylan Beers and Dylan Diaz. Parker Johnson in on the left slot again. Give the ball to Beers again. This time big number 77 for the Wolverines. Hector Becerra, 6'2", 289, captain. He was there to make sure that Dylan wasn't going anywhere on that one. Beers now gets up, a little bit hobbled. Diaz back into the game. 2nd down 10, 5:30 to go in the game. Twin receivers to the right side. Huska throws and right through the hands of number 87, Randy Childers. Nice ball there by Huska, but Childers couldn't quite bring it down. 3rd down 10. So 2 plays, 40 yards. 2 plays, nothing. Big down right here. And obviously you have 2 plays to get the first down. 15 seconds on the play clock. Paxton Gary gets the play called. 10 seconds. Coach Stanley is encouraging them to hurry up. It's like there's some confusion between the receivers. The ball's knocked down anyways. A big number 43 or for the Wolverines, and he's cramping up. Micah Avendano, 5'8", 217. Knocked the ball down, I believe. That was him. 4th and 10. This is, you could say this is it right here. Unless something crazy happens, we've got to pick up a first down here, get the ball in the end zone. Or at least a field goal to get it to a 1-possession game. Twin receivers to the left. Quick pass out to Diaz. He catches it, and he's going to be brought down just short of the first down, about 3 yards short of the first down. So we'll turn it over on downs. Wow. It started out like a great drive. 29-yard run by Diaz and an 11-yard run by Beers. And then nothing after that. Turning the ball over on downs. Tough play. I'm going to remind you next week is homecoming. Deer Creek versus Dell City. The Eagles are coming to town. Coming to play your Antlers at Deer Creek Stadium. I want you guys to tune in. If you can't attend, please tune in. The game will start at 7 o'clock. October 5th, 2018. That's big date. Big date night. Miles Davis again on the carry. About a 16, 17-yard gain. 1st and 10 on the Wolverine 49-yard line. Really no big hurry to snap the football now with a 9-point lead and just under 5 minutes to go. Could use a turnover right here. Adams hits the ground quickly on that tackle. Looks like he might be cramping up a little bit. Nope, he's popped up. He's all right. 2nd down 10. No gain on the play. Miles Davis, 5'10", 165, which probably means he's 5'8", about 150. 155. These programs, you can never trust him. But he has really put on quite a show for the Wolverines tonight. 2 tight end, 2 wide receiver set. Oh, ball's moved. It should be. Got a legal procedure. Center moved the football. And the guys are trying to figure out why it isn't a snapped ball because they recovered it right after they hit the center. But the infraction was the penalty first. Pretty good argument by the guys. Remains
second down. Students, if you need to call your parents, make sure you call your parents now. You need a ride. Students, make sure if you need your parents to come pick you up, you need to be calling your parents now.
Chateau Reed, and he's going to head out to the left side. Number 9, Caleb Fuller to the right. Counter play to Mr. Adams, Mr. Davis. I keep wanting to call him Adams, but he is Mr. Davis tonight. With the emphasis on Mr., he has really carried the mail for Lawton. Holding on offense that time. 10-yard penalty, back him up a little bit more. Negating another nice run by number 3, Davis. And, you know, I tell you what, our kids have fought incredibly well tonight. You got to think about the effort of the two Dillons, Beers and Diaz, playing defense and offense and contributing in big ways on both sides of the football. Parker Johnson also contributing big on both sides of the football. Receivers stepping up, making plays that have not been getting very many passes through them this year. It's been a great team effort. We're just coming up a little bit short tonight. It's tough to win down in this town, I will tell you that. Here comes the reverse again. This time we have it sniffed out, and we'll run out. That's Parker Johnson and Dylan Beers running out number 2, A.J. Adams, out of bounds for a loss of a few yards, 2 or 3 yards. Great pursuit by the guys. Third down, 28. Lawton shifts their 3 receivers to the far left side. They give the ball to Adam. Oh, goodness. He might go. Miles Davis. Run down by Dylan Diaz at the 6-7 yard line from the 31. About a 60-something yard run right there. The 5'10", 165-pound running back senior who has played an amazing game. Wow. First and goal on the 6. 63-yard run by Miles Davis on that play. Pretty much a backbreaker right there. That one hurt. Ball given to somebody other than Adams, number 11. Jake Trian Nolan on the carry. Jake Trian Nolan, I believe is his name. 5'7", 161-pound sophomore who doesn't see the ball very much because number 3 is ahead of him. Second down goal, ball on the 2-yard line. We got 2.5 minutes to go in the game. Wiley leans forward, looks like he's leaning into the end zone, and it is a touchdown. Touchdown Wolverines. Kim hustles onto the field for the extra point. 32-17. .324 to go in the game. Kim set to try for the extra point. Wow. Broken play. Broken is going to be a blocked field goal. The holder rolls to the right, throws the best way to put it would be what we would used to call a wounded duck into the end zone and was caught. For the 2-point conversion, number 20, Zane Shade, 6-foot junior, still down on the field. Looks like a cramp, thank goodness. When it rains, it pours. Had that kick blocked, and the holder was managed to get up and take the ball and sprint out to his left and just basically shot put it into the end zone where one of the receivers was standing all by himself, caught it for the 2-point conversion. 35-17. is our score now. Just remember, next week we're back at home against Del City, 7 o'clock. Let's fill the stadium to cheer on our Antlers as they take on the Eagles from Del City. So we're set for the kickoff. Lawton leads again, 35-17. This time Kim kicks it deeper. Paxton Gary with the ball, and he heads to the left side, finds a little room, gets up around the 45-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Antlers at their own 45-yard line. Nice play by number 1, Paxton Gary. Again, want to just do a big shout out to the Antler Vision team that's down here doing work on a Friday night in Lawton to bring you this broadcast. These kids are amazing in what they know and what they do. I'm just shocked most of the time at the pure ability that they have to be able to put this thing on. They're able to handle crisis and do a great job week in, week out, Friday night after Friday night. They are doing great work. Huska tried to go deep on that last play. A lot of contact on the play, but no call. 2nd down 10. Deer Creek down 18. 2 minutes, 10 seconds, 11 seconds to go. Another screen pass to Diaz. He's going to get up to about the 47-yard line. And we're going to have a late hit by the Lawton defender. Diaz was out of bounds and shoved for emphasis. Personal foul, late hit on the defense. So we'll get a 15-yard penalty tacked on to Dillon's 8-yard catch. Beautiful night for football. Fall's beginning to settle in here in Oklahoma. It's been a little bit warm, but crisp air out tonight. Great to play football in. Huska with the football. He's scrambling for his life. Goes right, then turns around, goes left, has wide open downfield. Jackson Jordan makes the catch at the 4-yard line. And we have another penalty. We've got linemen down the field after Huska started running. Linemen got down the field, had 2 of them at least for the guilty parties. Illegal receiver down the field. That'll cost us 5 yards. It's been a frustrating second half for the Antlers. They have really done some good things, but they've also had some mistakes that have cost us dearly. Fumbled handoff, several penalties that have been drive killers, interception in the end zone, dropped passes. It's been tough, but the kids have not stopped fighting. That is one thing that Coach Stanley has really imprinted on these kids, is that there's no quit. No quit in them. And they're still battling. Huska again looking for some room. He's going to run it out of bounds at about the 32-yard line. He'll pick up maybe 6 yards. And give us a 3rd down. Check that, 2nd down, 9. And a lot of credit's got to go to those guys up front, the big boys up front. They have moved the line of scrimmage when they've had to tonight. They've had some big runs. Dylan Beers, 45-yard run. Diaz with the big run, 29 yards. Big plays. Again, we're going to throw the little flare out to Diaz. Not much out there. He's going to pick up about 3. That'll be 3rd down. Minute and a half to go in the game. Third and long. Like to get a touchdown here. Pass is incomplete. Brings up 4th down. So 4th and 8. Huska throws it out to Diaz, tries to make someone miss, and he stumbles down past the 30-yard line. So the Antlers will turn it over on downs. And all Lawton will have to do is just take a knee with 49 seconds to go. So final seconds. Lawton will take a knee. A little bit of frustration out there by the boys. Understandable. They played really well. This is a very difficult place to win a football game if you're visiting. Lawton High and Lawton Eisenhower use this field and been down here a lot of times as a coach and haven't come away with very many wins, that's for sure. So the clock will be allowed to expire, 10 seconds left, and that'll be our final score. Lawton High School 34, your Deer Creek Antlers 17. Be sure to tune in next week or get out to the stadium next Friday night as the Antlers will take on the Eagles of Del City in a crucial district game, and it's homecoming. So come out and check the guys out. For the Antler Vision team, this is Rick Harris saying good night, everyone. See you next week.